It feels to me like this was planned, like certain people knew about it in advance, but they never said anything, and now everything's about to blow up in everybody's faces. This energy is very, very intense. Your center energy has a devil and the moon. I feel like this is gonna not resonate for everybody, but it feels to me like there's been a lack of communication with somebody. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. Welcome back to the channel. Starseed Zayed here. If you're new, please make sure to subscribe and join the Soul Tribe. We have a reading for you guys. This is for October 2021. It is a general reading, so certain things may resonate, certain things may not. That's okay. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't behind. Energies are interchangeable and timelines are shifting rapidly this time around. So because of that, I advise everybody to read the disclaimer. For a personal reading, you can check the Linktree link in the description box below. Or you can type Starseed Diet into your web browser. Okay, I lost my train of thought because what fell out here. Ooh, the devil, the moon, and the page of cups. I lost my train of thought there. Something is going to be exposed here. Ace of Swords, Five of Wands, and Temperance. This energy is very, very intense. Your center energy has a devil and the moon. I feel like this is gonna not resonate for everybody, but it feels to me like there's been a lack of communication with somebody. It also feels to me like some of you could be having relationship issues with certain friends or family, or even your partner, your divine masculine or divine feminine. You could be having issues there as well, because we have the Five of Wands and we have Temperance here. There's a lot of conflict going on. Give me another card here for the third column, spirits. Oh, so you're given a new offer. You're given a new offer here, Taurus. Something new comes your way, but for some reason the people around you aren't happy for you. It's weird, like there's somebody here that isn't happy for you, but whatever is coming your way is good. That's very strange. Ten of Wands. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I will draw from the other tarot deck to get more information, but what I can say for sure with the Ten of Wands here is that you are ending a cycle, because the Ten of Wands is the last pair of wands, and then we get back to the Ace of Wands, which is the start. Now, it is interesting here that the Ten of Wands is showing up. It's almost like this has been a burden you've been carrying around. It's almost like you've been wanting to move away from this situation or this person or whatever this may be. You've been wanting to walk away. Like, it's just been years of carrying this, and now I feel like it's coming to its end. The devil and the moon. That center energy, though, very intense. And then that page of cups with the Ace of Swords. So there's this energy here of somebody approaching you. Okay, I feel like this is a new person coming in. I feel like this has been delayed. I feel like this has come up in your previous readings, okay? Somebody here wants to approach you, but they're not approaching you. We have the Ace of Swords there. They're doing a lot of looking at you and questioning how to go about approaching you. They're doing a lot of thinking. It's very interesting. It seems to me like they sort of sense the energy over here, like with this situation. The devil and the moon. Something is about to be exposed to you, Taurus. I hate to say this, but there's going to be some sort of revelation, okay? Some sort of exposure. Something that it's like something in the darkness being brought out into the light, is what I'm saying here. And from what the cards are showing over here, it really, it just isn't good. It isn't. It causes chaos. Everybody starts arguing and fighting. If you're living with your parents or, with your family, the household is going to be a little chaotic during this time period because of this revelation. It feels to me like this was planned, like certain people knew about it in advance, but they never said anything, and now everything's about to blow up in everybody's faces. It also feels to me like this was a long time coming, but I guess people around you and even you yourself are kind of ignoring the signs or kind of in denial, like you didn't want to accept or believe that that was actually, that the worst case scenario was actually the scenario going on all this time around. I hope this makes sense, because sometimes I sound crazy doing these readings, but that's what I'm getting here, and it's honestly like now this is happening, and it's not a tower moment at all. The moon there is revelation and bringing this to the surface. So we're seeing it come out to the surface. And then temperance at the bottom here is like, it's alchemy, but specifically we're trying to turn a bad situation into a good. We're trying to neutralize the energy, okay? She's mixing her potions here. Yeah, it just feels like a lot of energy, like pent up energy, and now it's about to be released, but not in the greatest fashion. A lot of arguments, a lot of conflict. Of course, you have free will and you choose how you react to this, but I just feel like this is really going to be the nail in the coffin, so to speak, that pushes you over the edge. What can I say? I want to draw more tarot to get more information here. It feels like that is the big focal point of your reading. Strength. Oh, you're gonna need a lot of strength for what's to come. Magician. And the Ace of Cups. So on top of there being a revelation, Taurus, like I said, it looks like there's love coming your way. It does. We're seeing it here with this new person, but then we're seeing it reflected over here. Strength, Magician, Ace of Cups. It almost feels to me like people around you don't approve this person. Or they don't like this person for you, or they're very strict, or they just don't want to vibe with your person. But it's like, that's not your issue. But whatever this is, it feels to me like you've been manifesting this. You've been desiring this. You've been wanting this, okay? It feels to me like you've been wanting this true love situation. But at the same time, that's going to come at a cost. And the cost is walking away from certain people in this life, okay? Because it feels to me like they aren't going to be there for you and your person. It feels like they weren't there for you at all, honestly, Taurus. I hate to say that, but it feels to me like this person or these people, whoever they are, it feels to me like they weren't there for you, ever. And you just never realized it, or you were like under the fog here, and now it's like with the moon card there, it's the revelation, what has been done in the dark being shoved into the light, you seeing it clearly for what it is and accepting it fully. Alrighty, what do we have? Knight of Swords in the center. What else? Justice. And we have the Hermit. Okay, so with Knight of Swords, Justice, and the Hermit. So what I'm saying here, Taurus, is be careful with any contracts that you sign, okay, this time around. Be very careful if you're signing paperwork, whatever it may be. Just be really careful, okay? Whatever you're doing, make sure you reread it. Get your lawyer to look at it too, okay? Don't just sign whatever, especially if this is a job. I feel like you might be offered a promotion, but it might be a salary. And they might just put the contract there and say, yeah, sign it. No, you don't need to sign anything. You can take the contract home with you, or you can I forgot what it's called, but you can have somebody there to represent you and to assist you in the process. I forgot what it's called. There's a specific term, but your job cannot force you to sign a contract. They can't, okay? Depending on where you live, I should add. But I know here in America, that's a huge, huge no-no. That would be grounds for a lawsuit. So if they come to you saying, yeah, sign this contract, no, reread everything and make sure you have your lawyer, if you have a lawyer, an attorney, okay, whatever, make sure you look at it, okay? Like, especially if this is being offered a promotion within the company and it's salary, you need to really look closely at the contract. Don't just sign, okay? I feel like you could be screwed over potentially. So just be careful. Also, if you're buying a car, I do see that happening for some of you, right? There's a motorcycle here, but when I'm seeing the Knight of Swords, I'm also seeing movement. So some of you could be buying a car, a really nice car at that, like a newer car. Just make sure that you have your ducks in a row. Like, the job, understand that unless you sell the car, you have to make payments on this car. So you need a steady source of income coming in. And if your job causes you a lot of stress and there's a lot of arguing, just really think about it, because a car is a commitment and you have to have, especially if it's a newer one and you're putting a down payment, you're doing payments on it, you have to have an income coming in to make those payments or your car can be repossessed. So just be sure that your job situation is okay, or your business situation. Like, if you hate it or you're stressed out at your work, definitely don't take out a loan and do anything of that matter, okay? Also, be careful with who you're hanging around, okay? Because the devil there could be people around you that have hidden substance abuse problems, and if you get pulled over and you're with this person in the car and they're searched and the police find something, there's this energy of you being guilty by association, or you going through a lot of hardship to prove that you are innocent. There's just this really, okay, just be really careful. I'm getting this energy, okay, for those of you. This is more of like a warning type reading, like watch where you step and everything will be fine. And it's not like you have to watch every corner, it's just simple stuff that you wouldn't think twice about. Just be careful with who you're hanging around, because I feel like some people around you have substance abuse issues, and they're very good at hiding it, but what they're using is illegal. And if you are in the car with them, or if they are driving the car and you guys are pulled over, you could be guilty by association until proven otherwise. So just be really careful. And going back to the car, if you do buy a car, make sure you're getting the best rate, okay? Make sure you talk to everybody you need to talk to get the best rate on this. Now, the Knight of Swords, Justice, the Hermit, getting this energy here of, for some of you, definitely an energy of like a hookup. Definitely an energy of like some friend with benefits. It could be this person. It could be them coming in. The Hermit, though, you are going to feel kind of alone this October. It's strange, the energy here. I get like this person wanting to come in, but they're just observing you. They're not really making a move. I feel like they're really scared to make a move, and they're trying to learn as much information about you. They're a new person. They've seen you around, but you guys don't know each other, if that makes sense. You don't really know each other like that. You've seen each other around. I feel like you haven't really paid attention to this person that much, not because you don't find them attractive, just because you just saw them one time here and there at the store or at the gym or at the library or at, on campus. But you never really thought anything of it, like, oh yeah, but you never really thought anything of it. So, but this person has been watching you, and with the Ace of Swords there, this person has been thinking a lot about you, Taurus. They've been thinking so much about you, but I feel like there's fear there and they're scared to approach, so they're trying to find out as much information as possible about you. to make an approach, it seems like, because the Knight of Swords is there. Looks like they're moving towards you. It's almost like the reading was starting that way, and now it's going back this way. Like, they move towards you, and then this is the end result. But let's see here. Six of Wands, the Hierophant, and Seven of Swords. Yeah, you leave behind some toxic situation. One more card. Tell me, Three of Swords. Here, let's move that over there. And something else, spirits. The Lovers. Okay, you leave behind toxic people. You're leaving behind somebody toxic. Or several people. This could be family. Okay, Three of Swords, it does tell me that there could be a third-party situation. There could be three people involved in this, okay? This seems very not great, and I feel like for a lot of you, it is family. You have the Hierophant there with the Seven of Swords, so there's a lot of sneaking around, and a lot of times when we see the Hierophant, we're looking at tradition, okay, feeling like we have a duty, feeling like we have an obligation. A lot of times this could be to family. So, and also religious beliefs, following religion, a religion, okay? So there's this energy here of you like sneaking away from this. So like you want to be independent, you want to be yourself, you want to stand on your own. And I feel like these people, you know, I was saying, like, I feel like they don't approve of this new person. Unfortunately, I do feel like for some of you, whoever you're dealing with could be racist. Okay, they could be homophobic and you're secretly in the closet. I do get that some of you could be in the closet secretly, or somebody in your circle. I'm picking up that energy of somebody being in the closet, okay, and not being open about their sexuality. Okay, we have here the Six of Wands. So whoever you're dealing with, you do walk away, you do move forward, Taurus. Is it easy? Well, there was the devil, and there was the moon, and there's the Five of Wands, and then the Ten of Wands. What can I say here? You're walking away from something very toxic. You're moving forward, but there's this new person hanging around your energy. However, I don't see them approaching you, at least not very soon, not in the beginning of October. And it doesn't seem to me like this is going to be like a normal romance. It seems to me like it's going to be a hookup first with this person, and then you will proceed to know each other. But I don't really see any of that happening in October. I feel like maybe Christmas time something might happen, like around December we might see something happen here, but I feel like right now this person is really stagnant. I feel like they have their own issues going on at home and in their own personal life that they're having to deal with, and I feel like for now they're just observing you. um I feel like they're insecure about their situation and what they're dealing with, and so I just sense that they don't want to approach and put themselves out there, especially to you. I feel like they're super attracted to you and they find you like a god or a goddess. So they feel kind of embarrassed. I feel like they think that you have the perfect setup, that you have the perfect life, that you don't have issues. Okay, that's how this person sees you, and I feel like they don't think they're good enough to approach you unless their life is perfect and figured out and they have lots of money and have a place. It's almost like an insecurity thing here. Rather than just approaching you, they're trying to figure out information like what you like, what you wear, if you have a lot of money. They're just trying to gather as much information as possible about you at this time. That's basically it. As far as them approaching you, it's possible. You have the Knight of Swords there, but I don't know. I don't know here. This last column, like it does, I feel like it more so shows you becoming empowered after you leave the situation behind. That's what that last column really is leaning towards, because you have strength and then you have the Magician. It's almost like manifestation and feeling empowered about yourself, Taurus. Now, we did have what underneath here? The Page of Cups and the Ace of Swords. This person wants to communicate. But again, and even this reflects their energy. Like how they view you as successful. They think you have it all figured out. You know, they think you are rich. They think you are very balanced, very professional. And they're sneaking around, finding out information about you. You know, you see how he's sneaking around, and then that's you over there. He's looking at her. You don't realize this person is watching you. Do you see that? But you see how it leads to the Ace of Cups? Spirit is saying there is a possibility here of this turning into a long-term connection. You have the Lovers here. You see this bottom row? That's crazy how that panned out like that. It's almost like telling the story. This person desires you, Taurus, and they're watching over you. But they're so scared to make a move, so right now they're just sneaking around. Will they approach? Maybe. The more realistic thing is you approaching them when you catch them. If you catch them stalking you or following you, checking you out, the more realistic thing is you approaching them. At this point, I feel like it's more likely for that to happen than for them to actually make a move on you. Let's see what your angels have for you, and then we will... Oh, okay, yeah, you see that? Empathy and detach from the drama. Yeah, so again, with that Five of Wands, there's a lot of conflict here. Spirit is saying to just be empathetic towards these people, because these people have a lot of trauma. They're not dealing with it. They're not doing the healing. They're not doing the spiritual work. So you just gotta forgive them. You also gotta forgive yourself, and you just need to detach. Just don't put yourself in that chaotic energy, okay? Mercury is going into retrograde. So things get a little crazy when that happens. Just don't entertain it. Don't give it any energy in your head. Just leave the room, leave the house, just walk away. Take a breather. You don't have to entertain that. So that is your reading, Taurus, and I wish you love and light.